different
Well,
video
mics have changed.
scenes.
Mics have changed over the years. Mics have changed over the years.
Got smaller.
Mics have changed over the years.
The camera's on the angle. How bad at it? It's okay.
Would you need to scoot over?
No, it's fine. You can see more of that side.
Slide this way.
More of the store. All right, welcome to Cleveland County Sports Zones. The Zone All Access, hosted by the Sports Center. This is episode 49. And tonight this evening I have Todd Cochran, the new Lady Panther softball coach. Thank you for coming.
Yep, thanks for having me.
But first, we need to thank all my partners. Without them, we couldn't do what we do. And thank everyone for watching. You're the reason we do what we do. We have some premier partners I have to talk about. That's Stay and Play Doggy Daycare, Grooming and Boarding, Value RX Pharmacy, Tazewell, Tennessee, Whitaker Insurance Agency, Harshside Bank, Pizza Inn of Tazewell, Walker and Walker Construction, Clayton Homes of Middlesboro, Claiborne Health and Wellness, Mary's Home Furnishing and Appliance Center, Roland Vet Services, Danny England Motors, and of course our friends at First Century Bank helps us with our communications. All right, once again, thank you, Todd, for coming in. And let's get a little background. Where are you from?
Well, originally, we moved here about 9 years ago from Eastern North Carolina. We basically followed our kid to college. That's kind of how we got here, and kind of have made a home here. We brought our youngest son with us, and he graduated from Cumberland Gap, and he's about 2 hours north of us, and our daughter is now about 5 hours west of us, and our oldest son is about 7 hours east of us. So we're kind of in the middle. So it's been a great place to make a home, and the folks here have just welcomed us with open arms from the very beginning. So we're very happy.
Okay, did you play sports growing up, and what all did you play? What sport was your favorite?
Yeah, probably just like any kid, played everything: football, baseball, basketball. I don't know if I had a favorite growing up. Just enjoyed competition. Probably was a little better at baseball than everything else. Wrestled in high school. Also. So just a lot. Just enjoyed the competition, and so got to play a little college baseball, and enjoyed that. So that's kind of my athletic background.
Yeah.
And got into coaching after that.
So what did sports teach you as a player?
I think probably the biggest thing it taught me is, that hard work and sticking with things, even though when you're not doing your best, but just working hard. Kind of what my dad would always say. His advice was put your nose to the grindstone and hustle, and that was kind of it. And that kind of took me, from game to game, from practice to practice, and so that's probably the biggest thing. Just work hard, and as long as you define your success that way. So,
did you have a favorite sports team and athlete?
Well, NC State is definitely my favorite sports team, which nobody around here even knows who that is.
We do.
I think there's one other NC State fan in Tennessee, and he lives in Knoxville. So, and actually, we know him. His son and my son are the same age. But yeah, definitely the Wolfpack, and we've kind of taken in Tennessee. It's hard to be, pick one for us because we kind of enjoy all the sports.
Yeah.
But, so definitely NC State. I don't know about a favorite player. Just probably from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Probably Pete Rose, how he played the game.
Nice.
Not a great guy, but at 9, 10 years old, when you're influenced by how guys play, just watching him play and how he played was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites too.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever want to become a coach of anything? Since you wrestled?
Yeah, I guess.
At all?
I guess once I was done playing, because I really didn't think about it as a player. I'm going to go coach. I guess as once I got done playing and got into college and kind of figured, what am I going to do? It just kind of seemed like a natural path to take because I'd already been involved in athletics and sports and competition.
Yeah.
To get into it, so that's probably it was just like the next thing. So
Was it one of the first schools you coached or volunteered with athletics? Wasn't that at Midway?
uh, in Tennessee, yes. Yeah, we helped a little bit with the girls basketball one year,
Right.
and then went from Midway. And what a great place! I mean, the staff there was awesome. I learned a lot from them. Had a great experience there. Had planned on staying there, and we actually lived like a mile or so from Cumberland Gap High School. So when that opportunity came, we're like, well, that
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
a
makes
no-brainer.
sense, Yeah. So it worked out.
Okay, how did the Cumberland Gap softball coaching job come about?
Well, Jeremiah retired,
Yeah.
so it was open, and we had talked about my daughter coaching at the high school. Well, she met a boy, and they live in Waverly, and they've made a home there out in West Tennessee. Well, that's West Tennessee to me. But so, just in talking to Coach Hatmaker, Kent, and some others, it's like, hey, you've got a lot of baseball, softball experience. Would you be interested? And I was like, well, let me think about it. So after a couple of days, I talked to my wife, and we were like, you should do it. You haven't coached anything in a couple of years, and I think you would enjoy it. So that's kind of how we got involved in that.
How good or how well did you get to know Coach Bean, and did you take anything from him?
Uh, not being from here, I didn't know him well, but just in talking to him, a good guy. Talking to other folks about him,
Guy,
just an amazing person. Which is, that I think that, when people come up to me that don't know me and say, hey, if you want your daughter to coach for him, to coach with him or for him, and he'd be a great guy for her to coach with. So
Absolutely.
that right there was a big. And I'll say this too, he left us, even though he retired, he left our softball program in such good financial shape. We were able to almost start the next day uh, doing some things with the facility because of things he had done
Right.
from a fundraising standpoint and from where he left us. So he's left us in really amazing shape.
Okay, let's talk about the Lady Panthers coming up this year.
Right.
Uh,
I think the biggest thing that we've got to do is realize what a great effort is and how to give a good effort. And we really did a good job of that in the fall. And that was one thing that the coaches and I wanted to instill upon them was how to give a good effort, how to be present, not only mentally but physically to be there. And that's something that we really wanted to instill and want to continue to do. I think our biggest challenge, and I told the girls this, is we have to be there every day. That's a big thing. It takes effort to be there. We got to learn to give a good effort there. We got to not only learn to give a good effort, in on the field, but in the classroom. At home, if your mom says, you need to go do this, well, give a good effort doing whatever she asks you to do. So it kind of becomes a habit. So that's kind of where we're trying to develop good effort habits. Is where we're at.
That's a good place to start. If somebody still in the school building wants to play for you, is there any way now that they can come out? Or
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So I'll say that the way things have typically been done here, it's not the way we did them in North Carolina, which is fine. Everywhere is different. So that was something different. So I think something I've brought is, we're basically going to have our official tryouts the first day of practice. Kids are welcome to come, in the fall, all the way throughout, and they kind of make a decision: is this something I want to do? So it kind of gives them so I want them to come because they want to be there. So I don't want to, pigeonhole them in. And I'm on the team, so I have to be there. I want them to want to be there. So we're going to have our official tryout. So if there's kids still at school that want to play, they still have an opportunity. to do that. They got to get their physical and do some other things.
But contact you for the school.
Just contact me. Just come see me in the gym. Talk to one of the girls. I actually had a kid this past week express interest, so she's going through the process of her paperwork, and we'll set up some things for her. And so yeah, we're still open.
The little AT over there, Mara Brock, says, "Hey."
She's a good one.
She said, "Coach Bean is a top-notch man. I can't wait to see how this season goes. So excited to have you out there with us." So
good.
That's from my daughter, Mara.
She's. I got to work with her with football a couple of years ago,
Yep.
and so that was she makes everything so easy. She really does.
You touched on this quite a bit, but what do you know about the program and what shape is the program in? I mean, if you got anything else to add.
Right. Well, I'll say this: we were left in a good place financially, and so what we've done is we've tried to update our playing surface, our facility as far as our field goes. We had a little hump in the outfield. We've done some things to kind of relieve that. We've put sod in between the base, the foul line, and fences on the infield. We put 60 tons of clay and sand in the infield. We had quite a bit of rock in there, so we've tried to eliminate that. We've got a new locker room that we're building. We got a new scoreboard that David Hamilton and Kent Hatmaker were extremely supportive of our golf tournament.
I've seen that.
It's amazing. It's LED. It's Bluetooth. I mean, it's just it's just high. It's all we could do. That as a high school, we went as far as we could go with a scoreboard. So we're happy with that. So that's kind of where we're going with the program as far as facilities. We got some other things planned. So hopefully if folks come out to the ballpark, they'll see they'll be able to see right away. This is what they're doing because it's visible.
Sounds like you've got a lot of this taken care of, but what does the program need that people can help you with as far as businesses and?
I would say the locker room is a big thing. We still want to continue to level our outfield a little bit more. Probably the next big project that we'll have when we finish our locker room is an irrigation system. That's a big thing. We've got to get that taken care of as far as getting I guess what you call it, like a valve that leads from one area to another. We've got to get that in the ground, get that going, and get a meter base and get that squared away so we can turn it on and turn it off whenever we need to. So that's going to be our next, probably our next big goal. I wouldn't say we finished some of these things, but they're all in the process. It's going to take us some time, but we'll get there. The reason we're able to do that, our booster club is amazing and fantastic. They've got good leadership in that, and they're doing a fantastic job of hey, what do you need? We'll do what we can to help you get it, and not for me, but for our girls and our kids. So
people that want to donate or businesses that would like to help the program out, who do they need to contact?
Well, they can contact me at the school, or they can contact a booster club member. They can contact Andy Bridges. They can contact Rebecca Fuson, Brandy Combs, Jen Pace, any of those booster club members. And we're selling signs for the outfield fence. They're $200 if you have had one in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got quite a few folks. The community. I tell you what, the community supports our athletic programs. Not only at Cumberland Gap, at Claiborne, but all our middle schools. There's not a lot of funding from the county, which is fine. But I will tell you this: our community supports our athletic programs and our schools like no place I've ever been. It's amazing. And I think the nice thing about the community supporting it is that when they give money to a program, that program can decide, what they do with that money.
Yeah.
Where a lot of other places, if the county gives you money, they kind of tell you what to do with it. And we're fortunate that it's hard to raise money. That's tough. But the beneficiaries of that, I guess, is the kids and the programs because they decide.
That's good. Back to the team. What's expected of your players in practice and games?
Effort. That I guess that's the main thing. If we can give our best effort, and I think I'll probably say that over the next several years. If asked that again, give your best effort, and we have to be careful of how we define success also. We want to, as a program, to define it as what's your effort today. What was your effort in not only your physical effort, but your mental effort, your focus. Were you encouraging your teammates? Were you giving good effort at that? Were you positive? Did you give a good effort, in getting your signs on the base paths? Were you watching, if you weren't in the game, were you helping your teammates to catch things? So those kind of efforts. So it's not just a physical effort; it's a mental effort that involves all aspects of the game, in practice, in games, in the cages, off the tee. So many places you can give a good effort, and hopefully it will become a habit. And they'll do it all the time. So,
will you be building a network between the middle school team and yours?
We're hoping so.
Also, maybe go all the way to the Little League. Would you like to involve that to a certain extent?
We do.
You can't much.
Yeah. We are. Everybody's got only so much time in a day. But as much as we can do to help our young kids, our little programs, the Little League programs in softball, we're going to have some camps to get them involved, bring them out to the high school.
Good deal.
We did that this past year with some pitchers. Had some little kids come for pitchers. We had a team camp for our middle school and our high school to kind of introduce them to, hey, this is what we're going to be doing. Had a great couple of days with our middle school coaches. And just kind of going through them. Hey, this is what we're going to do in the high school. If you guys would like to, to teach these things, here they are. And I've got a coach that's going to coach middle school and high school. So she kind of sees what we're doing at the high school level.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And she's spread thin. She's got like 10 jobs. So she's going to be busy. So that'll help to give the middle school some perspective in what we're doing in the high school. So we're really fortunate as far as that goes.
Okay, you mentioned pitching on your team this year. Do you know the rotation, kind of what it'll be like, and who's going to be there in the circle for you?
Well, we've got 4 kids. Addison Marlowe is a sophomore. She's probably she probably stands out as the one with a little bit of experience, and is probably going to pitch the most for us. Carlissa Moore is a freshman. Madison Medley is a sophomore that's just kind of starting to pitch. Carlissa pitched in middle school, so she's done some good things. Did some good things in the fall. Miley Miles is a junior. Didn't pitch a lot last year. We'll see how she does. So we got some depth. We just got to figure out who kind of comes to the forefront. Yeah,
I get you. Talk about your infield and go on to mention the outfield.
Sure. There's a lot of competition, which is good.
That's good.
Our numbers are good, and we have a lot of competition in a lot of positions, which is only going to make them better. Of course, everyone would like to have a position handed to them, but that's just not the way athletics works. You got to earn it, and competition.
And keep earning it.
Yes, daily, every day. That's right. So at first base, Marlowe's probably going to see some time there. Freshman Ava Fuson, junior Olivia Bumgardner. They're all competing for time there. Good players. They all do some different things. So it'll be interesting to see how they compete and who kind of who kind of steps up and comes to the forefront. Second base, Izzy Helton's going to make a position change. She was a center fielder first 2 years, and we're gonna really try to get her in at second base.
Another very good athlete.
Yes, good athlete. Just gritty. Kind of athlete. Be a good way to describe her. And we're gonna at shortstop. Carlissa Moore may see some time at second base too. Had another freshman, Bailey Spradlin, who's injured, was going to have some time at second base, but she'll get her stuff done and hopefully be back next year. Shortstop, Madison Medley, a sophomore, is probably going to see a significant amount of time there.
Yeah.
Solid, great hands, good glove, good arm, decent range. But if she can field and make plays on balls that are hit near her, close to her, that's the ones you make the routine plays, so to speak. Allie Fortner might see some time there. At third base, Abby Peters played there last year. I think her freshman year also. She's coming off an injury as well, so we'll see what kind of mobility she has. She's just now getting to play a little basketball. She was hurt in the summer, and just now last week, I believe, got released. So, we're happy to see that. She's getting to practice now. Um, Amelia Smith is a freshman. May see some time at third and behind the plate. Savannah Medley, same thing. Maybe some time at third and behind the plate. We'll just see how things shake out. We didn't really have a catcher coming back, so Savannah has been an outfielder, and we brought her in and said, "Hey, we need, you're a good athlete. We need you to try catching." She was like, "I'm all for it." So that was awesome. She just jumped right in day one.
Yeah, she that loves it or hates it.
Yes, that's right.
there's no middle.
That's right.
With that.
Amelia Smith's a good athlete. She may be behind the plate some. So that's our infield. Our outfield, and I hope I don't leave anybody out. Some of those girls, Ava, Carlissa, Allie, we'll probably see some time in the Savannah may too in the outfield. Depends on how things work out behind the plate.
Rotation.
We've got a senior, our only senior, Cheyenne Mundy, did not play last year and decided that she wanted to come give it a shot. So she's gonna probably see some time in the outfield. She can swing it. She's got a good quick bat and hits the ball hard. So once she gets back into it, I think she'll be fine. Chloe Knuckles, just a smart outfielder. I think that's going to be her biggest contribution. She just knows where to go and doesn't mind going there all the time. Let's see. We've got Sydney Lynch, played last year. Very athletic kid. Has started hitting a little bit. I don't think she hit much the last couple of years, but she's really working with her hitting. Let's see. Who am I leaving out? I know there's somebody that I'm leaving out. I just can't think of.
Well, props to you, because most coaches will come with a phone with a list of players.
I had it and I left it in my truck.
But you're doing this for memory. I applaud you for that.
I hate that Jaden Parton's a first year player. And I may jump in like we're on the next question and just say, by the way,
get her in there.
So sure. I want to get everybody's name mentioned. We've got Chloe Bridges is injured. She was probably going to figure in the outfield somewhere, but she got injured in soccer, so she's on her way back. So next year probably for her. Good freshman class, good solid freshman class. Big junior class. A little, one senior and only 4 or 5 sophomores, I believe. So we're even though we've got some experience, we'll still be a young team. So.
What's the Mars says impressive coach?
Thanks.
But
Allie Fortner will be out there too in the outfield.
She
was at shortstop, so she's going to be in the outfield too. So I told you I think of them.
What hitter are you excited to see the most? And should the fans be excited to watch?
I think the top of our order is going to put the ball in play and put it in play hard. We'll have to see how the order shakes out, but I see Marlowe, Savannah Medley, Madison Medley, Cheyenne, Amelia Smith. The Molly Miles hits dingers, so she can swing it. Olivia Baumgartner's got a strong bat. And then right on down the line, those are some of the ones that kind of have stood out as far as can really swing it. And then there's some younger girls that are coming along really well with what we're trying to do. So
I like asking this question: who is the Pete Rose / Dennis Rodman type of player?
I don't know if I know yet. I don't know if we know yet. When the lights come on, those things tend to take care of themselves. So we'll see. We'll see who's got the grit and and wants to get in the grind, kind of, sort of speak. And
fair enough.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Okay,
hopefully, all of them.
Yeah. What do you think the strength will be? And on the other side, what's the weakness?
Well, you kind of as your pitching goes, you go. So I really would love for our pitching to be our strength. Now we don't have anybody that throws at 60 plus miles an hour. But I think if we'll stick with our plan. If our girls will buy into the plan, they'll stick with it. I think they'll see results from it. And then I think our defense is going to be solid. We've got some good athletes in the infield and the outfield. We still need to learn the game more. So I think just maybe some athleticism. I think we've got some of that going for us. Maybe some intelligence on the base paths and in the circle. So. I think those things will be our strengths. We're not gonna we're not going to steal 30 bases in a game, which would be ridiculous anyway. But we're going to bunt people over. We're going, I might be giving some things away, but we're just have to play the game, and see what the situation calls for.
Small ball is part of it.
Whatever we got to do.
Yes.
Whatever we got to do.
Okay, not in terms of wins and losses, but what is a successful season for the Lady Panthers this year?
Giving a good effort. And back to that effort thing. If we and I want us to define our success, and we've even got a sign on it in our dugout that says success is today's effort. So we're going to define our success. Did we give a good effort today? Was it our best? Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. It's going to say what it's going to say. But did we compete with our best effort? Did we have our best focus? Did we give a good physical effort? Did we communicate? Was that our best? So I think those things, and we add all those things up. Things the scoreboard will take care of itself. Wins or losses. So we'll see how the scoreboard goes. But if we can give a good effort, I think that's going to be our biggest goal.
Now, I'm going to put you on the spot. Middle of the district finish or top of the district finish?
Good question.
What's expected?
I don't know the competition. I don't know. I've never seen any of these other schools. I've seen Claiborne play a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's it. I haven't seen any of these other teams play. So that'd be a good question for next year. Because I just don't know. I don't know what I've looked at their records and see who's coming back and all that stuff. Certainly the goal is to get in the district. I think everybody makes the district playoff. But to get in the top two of the conference at the district tournament and advance. I think that's why they have the playoffs, so you can try to make the playoffs and see what happens.
At that point, it's a new season.
That's right. All
right. Last words to you. Say anything you want to about your team, about your fans. Invite them to come on out. Just whatever you want.
Yes. I'll tell you, from what I've seen in the fall, and just a little bit in the spring, the kids seem excited about playing the game. And so if you want to just come see some kids that really enjoy playing, play hard, have a good time. They seem to be excited about being there. Come out and see them play. We play mostly on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We've got a few Monday games. So in the middle school, I believe, plays on Mondays and Fridays mostly. So if you want to come see one of their games, we've got some good young players in the middle school that are going to be fun to watch. And I'm excited about them eventually coming to the high school. So I guess that's it. If you want to buy a T-shirt, we've got T-shirts that will be on sale at the basketball games. But they're really kind of a generic T-shirt. It says "Women Watching Women's Sports." Yeah, it's really neat. So we're selling those T-shirts. It's a great way to support our kids, and I guess that's it, really.
All right, Todd. Thank you very much for coming in and talking about the.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming in very much. So, and once again, thank you all for watching. Thanks to all our partners. Thank you to Rex up here. Without Rex, we wouldn't have a place to do this, and he volunteered to. We'll just look behind us. I mean, he's got about anything you need if you're an athlete or want to support you.
He made our sweatshirts. He made our sweatshirts. So this is some of Rex's stuff right here.
But thank you to Rex, and thank you all for watching. And until next time, may God bless.